Yeah, good morning. This is Bang Bang Rahul. Please press the like button and subscribe. Yeah, happy Easter. And anyway, who do you think out of the Krays and the Richardsons, who was the strongest firm? I mean, they were both very, very powerful. Myself, I think the Richardsons, maybe because I come from West London, they was the biggest company around at that time. I think it was more dangerous than the Krays. Give me your comments about it and what you think. I've met Eddie Richardson, nice geezer. I met him, what, 79, young man, very fit, very strong. Obviously, so it's changed now, but we all change as we get older. I've changed for the better, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm only joking. Yeah, but people change. Eddie's changed in appearance and everything. But in 79, powerful man. Big firm behind him, mate. A big firm, I mean, massive firm. I mean, they was so powerful. I mean, I met a guy in prison called Tony Lawrence. Tony Lawrence has worked with Richardson's. He was a dangerous man. They called him the Brown Bear because he used to blow up all the pubs. He used to walk in pubs with a pump action shotgun, and he used to wear a big fur coat, a brown fur coat, and so they called him the Brown Bear. Big guy, glasses, and they done a film called McVicker, and McVicker escaping from prison, and Tony Lawrence, I forget his name in the film, but he was the guy, he was the weightlifter, the guy with the glasses, that Vicar made him out to be the silly one, yeah? Stupid. So, listen, Tony Lawrence is a dangerous man, he wasn't no fool, mate. Vicar's lucky to be alive in that sense, because Vicar was the one that ruined it for everyone to get out. I mean, they was all going to go, but Vicar was so greedy, he couldn't make the jump out and go, yeah? So he mucked up for everybody. The alarm went crash and he was gone, you know, and he mucked up for everybody. And McVicker, Roger Daltrey played a part of McVicker. I know Roger Daltrey quite well because my mate Nobby Griffiths, who comes from Chiswick, McVicker used to have a big recording studios in his house, Nobby Griffiths, and Nobby Griffiths was a very good friend of mine, a very good friend of a guy called Mickey Gooch, one of my best pals ever. And we used to go out with, I used to go out with them all the time, every Friday and Saturday. And Nobby Griffiths had a black Bentley, and I used to be like sitting in the front. I was more like their security. And we used to go to all the clubs for Denzies, Power Joey's, Bootleggers, Blondes, Browns, all them sort of clubs, you know, and go, and I'd be there, you know, and it would always end up in Nobby Griffiths' place in Chiswick. He's now moved round the corner from the house he had. He's still got the house round the corner, but his son lives in a massive place. But he lives round the corner now. He's got a big swimming pool in his front room, massive. He's like multied up, and he's very good friends of what's it called? Steve Townsend and all that lot, and Roger Daltrey. I mean, I used to go down there, not there, but to the other around the corner. Roger Daltrey would be there with Pete Townsend and all that little firm. Not Steve Townsend, Pete Townsend, sorry. And you know, it doesn't. I mean, years later, you hear about Pete Townsend being a paedophile, and you know, it shocks you. I remember walking through Richmond one day, down by the Star and Garter, and Pete Townsend just lived near there, and I see Pete Townsend come out, and there's all people rushing towards him, all photographers and all that. Not good for Pete Townsend, mate. Whether or not he's moved, I don't know. But yeah, I remember them as kids. I used to work in this. I think his name was Sid. I used to work in his garage and do all the cars, and Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend used to bring their cars to there. And they wasn't really known then. There was, I think, I'm not quite sure they was called the Who then. They more like they were. But I never, like, you know, as a kid, you know, you think, you go in there and you meet them, they come out with proper nice cars, really nice cars, you know. But this Sid was a fantastic mechanic, and they was good friends of him. And Roger Daltrey, I mean, to give that part from Vickers to Roger Daltrey was unbelievable. He played the part really well. Tony Lawrence, as I say, was a weightlifter with the glasses, and me and Tony in prison got on really well, and he was talking to me about the Krays and the Richardsons. And of course, you had Frankie Fraser there. He was one of the hitman for the Richardsons as well. But him and Tony didn't get on for some reason. I think it's because Frankie Fraser was also good mates of the Krays. This is what you hear. And obviously, so you can't work for one firm and go to the other firm, you know what I mean? So it's a bit dodgy. And that's why I think Tony Lawrence and him didn't get on at all. They just did not get on. It was like house on fire, them two. But I'm surprised that Ronnie Bender didn't have more problems with Tony Lawrence and Frankie Fraser, because Ronnie Bender was the Krays. But Ronnie Bender got on with everybody as far as I was concerned in Chelmsford Prison. Chelmsford Prison was a good prison. I mean, Ronnie Bender, in a way, Ronnie Bender ran it in a way, because he had everything. I mean, Tony Lawrence, when I went into his cell, and I was sit down with Tony and talk about the Richardsons and all that, and bits and pieces. I mean, he had everything as well, but Tony was more quiet. Tony Lawrence was not a loud-mouthed man, but obviously people there knew who he was, and that he was a dangerous man, you know. So everybody sort of kept a distance, barring one, that Frankie Fraser, that's always wanted to get hold of Tony, but I wouldn't allow it. I was with Tony, and I didn't allow that, you know what I mean? Because anyway, so, just like to, a few people out there, comments to tell me who you think, was the strongest firm, the Richardsons or the Krays. I mean, I remember going to a place in Lingfield, belonged to a guy called Johnny Richardson, and Johnny Richardson is dead now, but he ain't got himself to defend what I'm saying. But he told me that he was the Richardson's torturer. He used to torture all the people, and believe me, I can imagine that. They used to do it in the kennels, in the greyhound kennels, and I walked in there and looked around, and I can believe it, batteries everywhere. There was all batteries everywhere, and evidently these some terrible things went on there. You know what I mean? Chairs and all that, and hammers and sledgehammers and things like that, all in there still. I mean, that was like 25, 30 years later. But as I said, I met Eddie and I met Charlie. I mean, I've been around the house with Charlie. Nice fella, Charlie. I like Charlie. He talks a lot about Nigeria and the gold mines there. And my girlfriend, she's also Nigerian. And I talk to her sometimes about the gold mines. I don't, but anyway, that's what it is. And I liked Frank. I liked Frankie Fraser. I liked. He talks a lot of sense. He was a very, very good talker. But obviously, I kept him away from Tony as much as possible. Frank was a lunatic. He was a lunatic. I mean, without a shadow of doubt. I mean, he got chucked out of Chelmsford Prison for trying to smash the wing up. They was doing the toilets on the ground floor, and he went. Frank went out to watch the football match. Come back, we won, and what did he do when he came back? He got hold of a broom and he started smashing the corrugated sheets, smashing them, going mad like a lunatic. Everyone was going mad. The screws rushing around, going crazy. And the next day he was shipped out. He was gone. I was in the kitchen with a lot of my mates, and we can only go down so far to the gates that look into the centre, but it's all shut, and we could see them getting Frank. He wasn't buckled up, nothing. They was just walking him out. There was no problem. Frank has had it all before. He's had the buckling up and all that. It's a bit, someone who's done X amount of time in prison. He knows the score. He knows, was it ain't worth it? When you're young. Me, same thing. I've had it, mate. What's the point? In the end of the day, going to go down. They're going to do what they got to do to you. So you just will take it. You can't beat an army. There's only one of you, and it is an army. You know what I mean? Prison's an army. They do what they like to do to you. There's no one else to look out for. There's no one. Who is there? It's just them. So they can do whatever they want to do to you. But anyway, please give me your comments about the Krays. I mean, the Krays, they was more more so into film stars. I mean, Sonny Liston. I mean, I'm seeing a couple of pictures of him with Sonny Liston, and you know, George Raft and a few other people. You know, like what's this guy? We had Dinah Dawes. Dinah Dawes. I mean, they was. I think the Krays made Dinah Dawes. Who was the other one? Collinses. The Collinses. They made them. The Collinses as well. They made quite a few people, you know what I mean? And Ronnie Knight and that little firm, and he was with Barbara Windsor. Barbara Windsor, they made Barbara Windsor as well. The Krays made all them sort of people up, you know. They were the ones that got with them people to where they are. Well, not today, then. You know, Dinah Dawes, she was absolutely fantastic. Barbara Windsor, you know, and also what's it called? It's Joan Collins. I mean, they made Joan Collins. I mean, you know, a lot of things going about saying this, that, and the other. They were this, they were that, but it's not for me to say because I don't know, you know. But you get little side things saying that they was working as that, they was working as this, yeah. But that's beside the point. Anyway, this is Bang Bang Ray Hill. Please press the like button and subscribe. And good morning. Have a nice Easter, yeah. Bye bye.